All right, we got breaking news. Representative Nancy Pelosi is one step closer to becoming the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Kasie Hunt is there for us. Kasie, this is she has to be voted on in the House, and Democrats will support her presumably in January. But this was the key step to being their nominee, if you will.
This is the key step, Allie. This was a vote that took place behind closed doors, actually in this room just here behind me. And Nancy Pelosi was overwhelmingly nominated to lead her caucus. And excuse me, it can get a little loud around here in these hallways, so I do apologize for that. But the upshot here, Allie, 32 members voted no on Pelosi. So that's about half of the number that opposed her when she ran for leader of the Democratic caucus last time around. That, of course, was when Democrats were in the minority. Back then, 63 people voted for Congressman Tim Ryan, who ran against her. So she clearly has done quite a bit of legwork with the caucus. And as you know, she has been saying repeatedly that she has the votes to get this done. It does appear that she has made significant progress. Now, that said, Allie, we pretty much all the way along expected that she was going to win this caucus vote. If something had gone awry here, then it's very unlikely she would have been the next Speaker of the House. The issue has always been that vote on the floor. It's always the first vote taken in any Congress. So for every freshman member of Congress that campaigned saying that they were going to vote against Pelosi, that's a potentially tough vote. So that's what we've been looking at. And there's been this rebellion going on that's led by Congressman Seth Moulton of Massachusetts and a couple of others. They actually met with Pelosi today in her office at 12:30. They still insist that she doesn't have the votes on the floor. We're still counting some of those final seats, and that will dictate the exact number of Democratic votes Pelosi will be able to lose on the floor. It's somewhere about 17 or so, depending on our final calls. They claim that they have that number of people. There was a letter that was circulated that had about that many on it, but one person jumped off. And really, it's kind of lost a lot of the fire that it had initially. I mean, she really has kind of proven, again, that she is the best vote counter, probably in the Congress, definitely inside the Democratic caucus. So right now, Allie, Nancy Pelosi on track to become the next Speaker of the House of Representatives. And, of course, it would be a return to that job for her. We were just talking to her earlier in a press conference right as this vote was ongoing. She joked George W. Bush, when he was president, used to call her number 3. She said that she expects the same amount of respect from President Trump. We'll see if that happens.
All right, Kasie, thanks very much. Kasie Hunt for us on Capitol Hill.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.